Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It helps us more than you could imagine.
But yeah, you have an app.
The sickest app, mate.
Can you explain it?
It's impossible to. It's so good. Like I haven't got time to cover. It's just okay. So it's just like so a typical fitness app. Yeah, you get a training plan and you get a diet plan, right?
Yeah.
But like firstly, in fact, almost all the fitness apps I've seen / know people who make the fitness apps, they're extremely like generic and like a cookie cutter. Yeah, so you'll have like a couple of options and that's it. There's no real like periodization or like it's not really individualized in any way. So that's the first thing I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that there's like a ridiculous amount of variables, like, you know what I mean?
Got you.
Obviously, like, so that's the biggest thing for an online coaching to an app. Yeah, online coaching, you can charge loads of money, right? But I couldn't have more than like 25 clients because I physically couldn't reply to the emails. Yeah. Whereas an app, obviously, you can have 100,000 members, right? Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to. I'm not sitting there making those plans as the person comes in because I'm not a wizard, right? But what I have done is spent like months in the background setting up things whereby this person signs up with this, training history, these goals, this weight, this whatever, this is what the plan they're going to get, and that alone, which you think would be pretty standard, that's not the case for most fitness apps, But also like just the interface, it's just sick, like it just works really well, like because
there's so many clunky like shit Android looking ass apps that are just horrendous. And then that's the biggest thing is when it comes to fitness, I feel like that is such a space that is still not been nailed.
What is the app called? Is it just Madness Fitness?
So it's the Morse app.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so like how long did that take to like get that made? Has that been like ages, years, or
like it took a long time. It took like close to a year before we released it, because again, so I've worked with a company that helped me build it, and you'd be surprised how many people will come in and the company will just pitch them a template and they'll be like, yeah, go, that's it, and just without any, you know what I mean? So this is literally been built from scratch. Like every element of it is what I wanted to be in there,
Right.
So it took a long time, and then even then when we launched it, there were little bugs and like annoying little things, like so it's taken time to get all it, but it's now at a point where it's like sick. We've still got more things I want to do, like
because you just launched loads of new updates, right?
Yeah. Which is just it's honestly it's so good, and like we did like a free trial, which is a big thing, because so whereas previously you had to just sign up and that's it, you paid and you're in, you can now get a free trial, so you can use it for a week without paying, which is like. It's obviously a risk, because like part of me was like, oh, what if everyone just cancels? But then like I back the app, do you know what I mean? So like I'm happy to do that because I think people will use it and they'll love it, which is I think
they'll realise it's worth paying for.
Yeah, but that was quite scary. As I was thinking, imagine if you just
that's stress.
Everyone just sacks it off. Do you know what I mean? You're like, shit, why did I do that?
Yeah.
But no, it's also, do you know what? It's also like, again, like what I was saying about the fact that I like train in a serious way. Yeah, like a lot of apps are made by people who don't, like they just rock up to the gym and just bum around, do whatever, do some star jumps in their.
But you're really about it.
Yeah, about powerlifting, about tracking your progress, about training in a proper way. Yeah. And so we've brought features in there that kind of facilitate that. So you're not just doing it and just bumming around and just seeing what happens. You're on a proper periodized plan that's going to lead to an endpoint that's like.
And because you mentioned a pretty good point, was it's not just like any old bloke doing it, but at the same time, it's not just a YouTuber sort of scamming their way through the fitness industry, because you have genuine credentials in terms of like powerlifting, right? So what was it? The European Championships 2006, silver 16. Yeah, it wouldn't have been 2006. That's been 2016 silver medalist.
That is incredible information. Yes,
that is very sick.
Thank you very much. So I did that. Do you know what as well? Before I did powerlifting, I was like a triple jumper, which is like the most obscure event. I was like a long and triple jumper. Yeah, it's where you run and just jump really far into a sand
and you used to do it for England.
Okay.
We can't
reveal our sources.
We also can't take massive credit.
No, we can. This is us.
Just take it.
You used to do that. That's such a niche thing, by the way. How the hell do you get into that? One day did you just say like I can jump that fucking lake, and then and then you've given it a go?
Not far off. So like I used to be a footballer. I played football like all my childhood. And then,
we knew that one as well. Yeah, but we
already did that. Thanks for that. Yeah.
We were just confirming that. And then I did like I think it was sports day or something when I was in like year 10 or year 11. them.
Yeah.
And the guy that was doing triple jump wasn't there. And they were like, Matt, can you just quickly just fill
No
in?
way.
Just broke
And
a school record, mate. Just broke a school record.
Really?
Literally, yeah. And everyone was like, you're sick. That's it. So at that point, it was like, because
That's
I
when you know
always
you're
been a
built
footballer.
different
Yeah. But do you know what? Triple jump and long jump, especially when you're a kid, it's just being fast, basically.
Yeah.
If you're, especially long jump, literally the fastest
Were you
kid.
rapid?
Pretty quick,
Yeah.
yeah. But like the fastest kid is the best long jump because you just run really fast, and you see
and
some
the momentum
horrendous
takes you,
kid,
right?
but they're so quick. They're gonna, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna go.
Yeah.
They're gonna jump far. So then, then I had to choose out of football and athletics, and I chose athletics, and then did it for like 10 years. And in hindsight, like it's good because like you learn loads, but in terms of a profitable career, don't do athletics, mate. There's literally
No, I couldn't think
No
of it.
money in it.
There's no bread.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
I trained with
It's
a
all
guy.
funding, isn't it?
I trained with a guy who was like a world indoor silver medalist. Didn't get a penny. Like literally was getting. He'd get like hotel. You get accommodation, like kit. You get a few bits thrown at you, but you literally no salary.
That's when like
you've
an
gotta be-
that's when like these companies say, yeah, we'll send you like a free, I swear,
Yeah.
we'll send you a free teeth whitening kit, but obviously like you're not going to be getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was like the defining moment where he's like, right, you know what, fuck football, couldn't do athletics.
I think
When he broke the school record, like,
Yeah,
was he a
but
job?
obviously, like, were you decent at football, or was it,
Were you a
Were you
baller? Were you a
okay?
baller?
Do you know what? I
because
was
obviously
like-
the money in football.
Yeah. No, I played like for my county. I went to like South England trials. I was a centre. I was an absolute unit of a centre back, mate.
Yeah.
I was just
Love that.
all like I was just quick and
Yeah.
Virgil
strong.
van Dijk-esque.
I was
Just
thinking more like
recovery
Maguire,
runs.
but
Maguire.
He's an absolute meathead, mate. Maguire's an absolute orc.
He's a
Like
United
Maguire,
Exactly.
Maguire, but not with a 3 foot circumference head and like
bit
quicker.
faster as well,
and
right?
better at football. Yeah. But like, the thing with football, is that when I was a kid, I was different. I was not very. I was still like an extrovert, but I wasn't particularly driven. I don't know. I wasn't away, but I was kind of happy to be in my comfort zone. So I was the best like kid in my year, but I played for like with, like all my mates in my local team, and like it was a pretty mediocre team. Like there was options to go to like decent clubs, but I was a bit, I guess, scared. Like, do you know what I mean of that like being out of my comfort zone. So I just stayed at that team, and so I always found that like I'd have an amazing game, but we'd lose, and it happened all the time. And I was like, this is a bit shit. Like I'm good, but like I'm getting nothing from this.
Yeah.
And also like I had a few little injuries. Like I remember we were at school and we were doing like who could jump from the highest step. And it was like a
Them
week-
classic school games, by the way. You
yeah.
could make a game out of absolutely anything.
Yeah.
What's a game, mate? Like
And
literally
someone
on the
breaks their
hardest
ankle.
floor, like
Yeah.
stupid game. And because I'm just competitive, I was like, yeah, I'll jump from the 20th step or whatever.
Yeah.
Just wrecked my ankle. And we were going on like the football tour to America like a week later.
Oh,
So I
wow.
had to play the whole tour. Like I played the whole tour like with my left foot. And it was just demoralising. The combination of just that and then being injured, I kind of. And then athletics, it was like a bit of novelty. It was new. It was going well. Everyone was like, "Oh, you're really good at it." So that was it, really.
You did that, and then you went into the triple jump or the long jump or both.
Predominantly a triple jumper. I did a bit of long jump as
That's
well.
a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah. Again, it's such a weird. Like, as if why is that even a thing?
Why?
Who made
Why
that?
is-
How
yeah.
did that become about? Do you know what I mean?
And who decided that would be good for a full-time career?
Yeah.
That's
It's just
pretty mental,
and
isn't it?
it's like it's nuts, because it's just. If you want to fuck your body up, mate, triple jump. If someone said just go and do something that's going to mess you up, just run as
Really?
fast as you can, and then jump really far and land on one leg, and then like try and jump again. Like, just
Yeah.
if you ever watch triple jump, like like you watch on TV and you'll see a slow mo from front on.
Yeah.
Mate, it looks like their knees are going to explode. It's horrendous. Like such a horrendous thing
And
to
then-
do with your joints and stuff.